Hello, welcome everyone. My name is Emily Badix, and I serve as the co-director of the San Francisco Disability Cultural Center. And also, I am the interim director at the Longmore Institute on Disability. And I have some access information and some information about your hosts today. So this program is co-produced by the two organizations I just named, and that's made possible by the Human Services Agency's Department on Disability and Aging Services for the city of San Francisco. This is one of our first events, as we have just recently launched the San Francisco Disability Cultural Center. We are so excited. It's the first municipally funded entity of its kind in the nation. And we're just very excited every time we see people joining us for these programs, as it's all new and fresh and a joy. So just a few access notes. If you'd like more personalized captions from stream text, you can access those at dcc.page/captions. We'll put that in the chat for you. And today's program is just focused on hearing from our guide. So you have the ability to turn your video on, but not to unmute, because we really are keeping it short, not a lot of time for dialogue. If you want to have your video on, just so others can see that we're all doing this together in community, that's great. If you're in a spot where you're cozy in bed and you are going to feel more comfortable with doing this, participating with video off, that's also fine. We welcome whatever way allows you to participate today. I am so honored to get to introduce our guest, Dennis Billups. I first met Dennis when we were doing a project tied to the history of the 504 occupation. And when I was getting to interview and meet so many people who participated in that occupation of a federal building to win the first disability rights legislation being implemented, I just kept asking, like, how did people stand it? For the majority, you didn't know if it was going to go well. And it was just day after day, and so much ableism and so much, being completely ignored by the forces of power. And so many people told me that they had been meditating and had been learning to meditate, and that was a really important tactic for being able to stay at peace and stay with the movement. And I, got to the bottom of it. And one of the people behind all of that and leading that, and was also kind of blossoming into that role, was Dennis, who is part of that occupation and has been involved in disability movement organizing for many years now, and is also a longtime San Francisco resident. We're very grateful that Dennis is serving on the advisory council for the new Disability Cultural Center. And so when we were thinking of our first month's, programming, Dennis came to mind right away to be able to host a program and spread the teaching that you have offered many others to our new center. So with that, I will pass it to you, Dennis. If anybody needs any tech help, you can make sure to send a chat to myself, Emily, or anybody who has the Disability Cultural Center mentioned in their name or title. All right, I'll pass it to you. Thanks, Dennis.
Welcome everyone. I appreciate you listening about this meditation. I learned about meditation years and years and years ago. When I was 8 and 9 years old, I had the opportunity to move in that direction, and I haven't stopped looking back ever since. It was because of my family, my mom, people around me, to help us study our gifts, our lives, and to keep our vibrations, our stamina, our healing under control, that we could help be more relaxed, be more eased, and be more focused in our lives. Meditation in my life has been a great, great godsend. It has been one of those, I wonder when it was going to work, till I'm on track to do this thing, and I feel great about it. It has helped uplifted me from a person who was doing okay and learning about his disability, along with my sister, to where I can start being ahead of the game and learning new things to do and to be more grounded. I first did the meditation in the 504 sit-in way back in 1977 on the first day after we started to get in there and chant and talk about what we're going to do and walk inside the FBI building. After a while, people got tired. You know, it was just a lot of energy for normal people, but a lot of energy for disabled persons to just keep up that energy and to take the stress off, to take the stress and pain and worry away from their bodies. And because I had been meditating for a number of years, I knew this would be just the opportunity so that we could use this tool to help. So I started to sit down in the building, started to breathe, started to chant, and luckily people heard what I was doing and started to do the same thing. It calmed things down, it gave us a focus, and it gave us a part of serenity, peace, and joy. It took our minds off being worried, angry, and it took our minds off being separate from one another. This was because meditation is a place where we could use it to pull ourselves and other people together. It was a place where we could come into manifestation with the whole universe, with the Godhead, and with ourselves. It was a place where we could finally relax and hear our heart, our mind, body at one time. It was a place where we could quiet our thinking, be reflective, be restful, be joyful, and feel safe. So once I started to do the meditation, every evening or every morning when I would do it, or whenever it was in the afternoon or night, people would come and meditate and recharge their batteries and recharge their minds and recharge their spirits to feel relaxed, peaceful, and joyful. By doing this, we took away the anxiety of being in an FBI building or trying to get 504 set, even though the first day was so hectic, or the couple of days were so hectic, trying to make sure people would stay, who would bring in food, who would bring in medical equipment, medical nurses, medical doctors, wheelchairs, things that we really needed from a day-to-day basis. This is where being successful is not doing the same thing all the time, but stepping out of the box, finding out who you are and what you are, and learning how to live with that and understand that, becoming more spontaneous, becoming more loving with yourself and other people. Once you learn that, you probably will never go away from that because it's so beautiful. Meditation is a vehicle for me to not only teach, talk about it vigorously, but also is a great, great, great joy for me every day, every day. I'm here at the George Davis Center and I sit in the garden every day so that I can keep my feet planted and my mind on the ground and my heart open. It is a comfortable, wonderful way to unleash the genius power within you and unleash the power of love within you. So without further ado, are we close to 9 minutes? Mm-hmm. Okay, let me know. It's just been a joy to be available to listen, not only pray, but meditate. Praying is when we talk to God. Meditation is when God talks to us. So I've always felt like that, and it has always served me well. It may not be like that for everyone, but I can tell you, I've always hit the mark. Always hit the mark. So without further ado, give me about 30 seconds and we'll calm this down, and then we'll get started in our meditation relaxation performance. And then the last minute we will do meditation. And this one will probably won't have a lot of silence in it. This one will probably be giving you affirmations to take with you in your heart's desire. Okay?
All right.
The first part of this meditation, I was going to do something else, but again, Spirit stepped in and said, no, do it the way you do it when you first started. So the first part of this meditation is just going to be grounding. Being grounded, it means folding your hands, putting your feet or lying down on the floor. Crazy. Even though this might seem a long time, it's going to really, really, really help you. So let's continue to ground. Here's the river, here's the trees, here's the air. Ground yourself to the floor. Hear the trees rooted around you, the plants. Go down deep to the earth and talk to Mother Earth. Thank her for her wisdom and her love. Thank her for putting up with her humans. Thank her for giving us the vibration of strength, joy, and willingness to give. Thank her for all that she's done for us from the past, future, and in the present. Breathe. Be the tree, the lake, the ocean. Breathe. Slowly, slowly. Be the birds, be the animals. Breathe. Be the sky. Breathe. The planets, be the space. Ground yourself. Breathe. Be the love. Be the strength. Feel the universe in your heart. Breathe. Relax your shoulders. Relax your heart. Relax your mind. Breathe. Gently move into the grounding stage. Let Mother Earth give you energy, strength. Breathe. The reality of love coming into your body from the universe. The reality of joy coming into the universe. into your heart, into your mind, into your space. Breathe. Let all of those worries, all of those troubles away. Breathe. Let all those worries just go away. Breathe. Let your calmness awaken within. Awaken. Awaken. And I tell you the story of how ground yourself in your soul, to your spirit, mind, to the universe, God. Breathe. Breathe. Breathe deeply, slowly, gently. You're now rooted in the earth, in the rivers, in the trees. Breathe deep. Let yourself become one with all of these things. Breathe deep. Ground yourself. Let all your worries go. Gently breathe. Open your heart. Open your mind. Open your spirit. Deep, deep. In this second part of meditation, I will give you affirmations to take with you so that your mind, body, and spirit blessed, feel, and grow. I'm going to let grounding come in for a couple minutes, and I will be back. The second part, I'm opening up my hands so I now can connect with the universe. All of the grounding techniques that we did before will enhance the energy coming through your body, mind, and spirit. and it would leave you open to the wonders of love that the universe is giving. I am peace. I am peace. I am peace. I am happy. I am happy. I am. I am safe. I am safe. I am safe from all harms and discretion. I am good health. I am good health. I am good health. I am rich. I am rich. I am rich from the universe and love. I am joy. I am joy. I am joy. Living from my heart space. I am quiet. I am silent in my joy of God. I am quiet. I am joyful in my love. I am love. I am love. I am love, the power that only exists in you, in the universe. I now concede. I am grateful. I am grateful. I am grateful for being one with the Lord. I am in love. I am in love with the Lord and myself. I now surround myself with these treasures, walk upon my day with glee, joy, happiness, and strength of the Father. Amen. So it is.
Thank you, Dennis. Thank you for sharing your practice with us today. Thank you for allowing us to end our week in community. And thank you for sharing a little bit about your history and what led you into this practice. It was really a lovely way to end a week. This is just the first program in August, but we have so many more coming for you. So we hope that you will join us. At the end of this upcoming week, August 10th, we will have a family disability movie night with films for all ages. We've got a program coming up on recentering the whole disabled person in the IEP process, and an event on care work and direct action movement organizing. And those are just a few teasers of what's coming in August. So we're going to share a link in the chat that will allow you to sign up for our newsletter, sign up for our events. You'll also get a post-event survey so you can share about your experience today. We are learning how to tweak, how to improve with every event. So we welcome any ideas and feedback from you. Thank you, Dennis, once again. If we were in person, you'd hear a lot of sighs and a lot of like happy sounds and gratitude and claps. So I am gonna, verbally say those for you because I'm sure they're here with you today. And for everyone else, thank you so much for being with us today. Have a great Friday and a good weekend.